Hi guys, English sparkling wine is nowadays huge business. £100 million annually is the value of exports, and they go to over 30 countries worldwide. Hi folks, today you find us in the village of Ditchling in East Sussex, just north of Brighton on England's south coast. This is chalky soil, ideal for Chardonnay, Pinot Meunier and Pinot Noir. This is where the best English sparkling wines are made. Let us introduce you to one of those fine, small English wineries, Court Garden. Okay, Hugo, Court Garden, how did it all begin? Tell us.
It started about 11 years ago when my father explored diversification for the farm, and in modern farming one has to have multiple income streams, and we explored the planting of a vineyard with the thoughts that we would sell the grapes as another crop, and that was so we embarked on the planting, and during the 3 years it takes to grow grapes, we thought this was just too exciting to just grow another crop for the farm, and we are keen wine consumers, and so we then explored during those 3 years how we can turn grapes into wine.
Now, English sparkling wine is on the up and up, and you've got a variety of grapes in the vineyard here. So what have you planted?
So we planted here the principal champagne varieties, which are Chardonnay, Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier, and that is the majority of our planting. We then also have the smaller champagne varieties, Pinot Gris, Pinot Blanc, Petit Meslier and Arbenne. And in addition to those are our sparkling cluster, as it were. Then in addition to that we have still varieties, Ortega, Dornfelder and Rondo. And we have an early ripening Pinot Noir.
What about in terms of volume? What are the biggest ones?
Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier and Chardonnay would account for about 85% of our vineyard output and also winery output.
Now, how many bottles of the sparkling wine do you make in a year?
So that would range depending on the season. In 2012, for example, was an awful year, and we made just under 2,000 bottles, which is not a commercial number. 2014 was a much better year, and we made about 44,000 bottles. And I think we are somewhere between, subject to the seasons, between about 35 to 50,000 bottles when our vineyard and some of the planting that took place in 2014 comes to fruition.
And you've won awards, haven't you? I mean, you did very well with the 2010 vintage. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so our 2010 vintage was a good year, and in fact 2010 was the first real year that we had enough crop to be able to start splitting batches in the winery to make different blends, and prior to that we made just one blend, and in that year we made 4, and the 2 of those wines went on into the International Wine Challenge and won gold medals.
So what do you think about the future of English sparkling wine? I mean, you're challenging the French.
Well, I think that's lovely, and I think that we are being embraced, and when we've taken our wines to prestigious competitions in France, we've done rather well. You get quite a lot of interest, and I think people are genuinely thinking, oh, that's nice. And I think we are always treated slightly as a poorer cousin because of the heritage of winemaking in France is wonderful, and they're making some wonderful wines.
What do the British like to drink? What do you sell most of?
I mean, in terms of our wines, our classic cuvee is a big seller, and we're very keen to have, and that is a wine that we blend with the 3 grapes, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, whereas some of the other blends are just 2 or 1 of the grape varieties. And that's when we're making that blend to capture what the vineyard tasted like in that particular year.
Yeah.
All of our wines are vintage wines, and it's a real celebration of that year. And if you've got Chardonnay performing much better than the Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, then let the Chardonnay shine through a bit more. And so we're very pleased to have the classic cuvee, and I think that's the wine I try and encourage restaurants and bars to have by the glass. So when people are not sure about this new vogue of English sparkling wine, or indeed our English still wines are doing very well, and they can try it by the glass, and you can try a glass, and if you don't like it, you've not lost anything, then you'll not feel overcommitted to having to drink a bottle.
Okay, so the message is try English sparkling wine. It's already there. and English still wine is very much
It's
up
very
and
much-
coming.
Yeah, very much up and coming, and do try it. You've got
Okay.
nothing to lose.